Okay, oops. Let us somewhere I have the link. Boom. Chat. There we go. Howdy everyone. It is October 28th. Welcome to MicroProfile Live Hangout. October 28th here, 2025, and a link to the meeting minutes is in the chat. Please click on it and add your name and optionally add your organization. It is everyone's shared responsibility to take notes, and this meeting will eventually find its way to YouTube. Okay, so I am going to, oh, sorry, I'm going to do host tools. I'm going to enable the waiting room. Forgot to do that. And now let me share. There it is, share. My browser. Boom. There we go. Okay, for today's topics, yes, we still have to talk about the whole namespace thing. Two other things, the budget a little bit and the program plan. So, I just wanted to let everyone know, we still have to talk about the discretionary spending in the marketing team. So gonna reach out to Amelia and Emerson to join the call and see if we can figure out how to spend the rest of the discretionary spending. It'll be on some kind of swag, but we'll come back to this call after that. I did ask in the steering committee meeting alias, so hopefully you've seen it. I did ask Sharon, hey, for working group fees, if next year we merge or later this year, whatever, merge into Jakarta, what happens to the working group fees that were paid for 2026? Well, basically, from what I can gather, the two questions I asked is, can we be reimbursed on a reimbursed basis? I meant prorated. Prorated basis. The answer is no. And can we then potentially, as vendors, if we belong to multiple working groups, redirect that money to other working groups? The answer is no. And I just think it comes to how they deal with accounting and how they have to report things as a nonprofit. So I understand it could be complicated, but I just wanted to, make sure everyone here had a heads up about what it could mean if we move into next year. Even if we voted this year to merge, I think the execution would still flow to next year. And so I'm not sure how this would play into any of that. But I thought I would bring that up here just so everyone's aware of it. Um, the program plan. So any comments on that before I move on?
So I think the prediction is next year the working group fee as usual. Need to keep the working group for at least next year.
Yeah, that's my assumption.
Yeah.
It's just the namespace is really kind of the only thing that's contentious, I guess, for lack of a better word. There's lots of details, and even Emily and I talked about a little bit about it yesterday. It's like, well, does it even make sense to have a micro-profile working group in Jakarta if things get merged in? And we've talked about it a little bit here. We just kind of continued that conversation. So some things may happen within Jakarta, um, and that may speed things up instead of having to have everything figured out ahead of time, which I still think is ideal, but it just may not be realistic. So, okay. The 2026 program plan, we do have to, technically, we're supposed to have this done really by the end, by Friday or whatever, Thursday, Friday. Um, and that part's not going to happen. But I do think it's the 2026 program plan. I made two changes to the 2025 on the strategic goals. One is instead of talking about alignment efforts between Jakarta and MicroProfile, to continue, sorry, to finalize alignment efforts, right? Let's just make sure that we know what the answer is in 2026, hopefully in Q1, right? I also removed C and for J because we're having those conversations with or without C and for J. Um, Marketing goals, I haven't changed. Um, I don't think there's any changes that we need to make here. Outreach goals, community outreach. I don't think we're ever going to have a participating badge. Um, just because if we haven't done to this point, I just don't think we're going to get that one done. And I think that's the only changes I've made. Oh no, yeah. I removed CM for J reference here as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this out to the Google group and say, I'd like to start a vote on this. I think that's going to generate a lot of conversation because up to this point there hasn't been enough. So while I'll say let's vote on this, people are going to say, wait, I got the following comments, which is exactly what I want to happen. So um, does that sound okay to everybody? Is there anything in here that doesn't make any sense or that we need to update or modify? Any comments on the 2026 plan? You guys are just on it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. And then the last thing about the program plan. Oh, sorry, not the program plan. The last thing really I wanted to talk about today is, of course, moving, potentially MicroProfile moving in. I think, Emily, have you sent the email to the platform team about the
Not yet.
namespaces? Okay.
Not yet. I plan to send either today or tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to summarize here before you do
So
that?
the plan, I can see my plan. The plan as I discussed or brought up in the Jakarta platform dev mailing list, also CC to MicroProfile Google group. So the next action, so I put the discussion there has been there for a few weeks. I think most people already seen it, commented. The next step, as I said, is to do ballot in the Jakarta E platform group. So it's and can go from there. So the plan is to have 2 weeks ballot. So I think it's probably tomorrow morning. Tomorrow I will send the ballot.
Now, is this non-binding in that
Uh,
um,
I will
because we
say
haven't
binding.
disbanded necessarily? Hmm?
I will say the binding because that's says when microprofile moves.
If
Yeah, if and when. Actually, John, when it moved also means if, right? It's if it's not when it moves, you keep the namespace. So
well,
maybe it never move.
when implies it's going to happen. If is conditional.
Okay, continue to if.
And to be honest, I think the namespace is the only thing holding it
Yeah.
back at this point. So
Mm,
you know, so it's going to depend on the result of the ballot, really.
yeah. So,
So
so yeah. So the action is on me, and I think we have enough time for people to look at that thread, so people don't
yeah.
complain. Send the ballot too soon. I was going to join the platform call and suddenly I got a crash. So I thought, okay, I'll go to that call and see something. But anyway,
Yeah, I had a conflict with an internal all hands, just kind of updating us on where we're at. So as a large organization, so I attended that. Um, I should be on the next platform call.
okay, I
So
will be away next week.
oh, so you're gonna throw the hand grenade and leave?
Yes. But anyway, I'm around this week. And then when I come back from vacation, I will come to the vote.
Yeah, I'll be there in
Yeah. Keep
toss
an
in
eye.
any comments. Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry, I got lost. You're gonna send something proposing a a vote, respond, some kind of a ballot to
Yes.
MicroProfile or
No,
working group or to the Jakarta
Jakarta.
EE?
Jakarta EE working group. Jakarta, no working group, Jakarta EE platform mailing list.
And you're gonna do this. I mean, because we did talk about it this morning, and the sort of the consensus from from the group seemed to be, well, we don't know what we can, we don't know what we should be talking about. So I guess I'm a little concerned that if you think you're going to drop an email and demand, a binding vote, that might be presumptuous.
I think we actually discussed around the spec Jakarta EE spec committee call. So it's a spec committee called the said that's the technical details, and then is the platform dev mailing list. So the binding will be the
Sure. I mean,
committers. Yeah.
I understand that. I'm just saying, dropping an email and then saying, I'm calling it for a binding, you response, um, could, you know, I'm not sure if that is going to be met with procedural outcry or not. So anyway, it's too bad you weren't on the call this morning. Yeah. Um, and I would, because they think they're waiting for something from this group, the microprofile group, right now.
Oh,
So,
you mean the platform core group? Oh, I misunderstood
yeah,
what you said. Oh, I see. So
I mean, it was so. Correct me. You're proposing to have some kind of a binding ballot in the platform committer group. Is that
yes,
right?
yes.
So they're not, at this point, I don't think they're prepared or believe that that is coming.
Oh,
Okay.
so this is originally what I said, go to the core and announce it. So if it's not, if they do not prepare to mention, I think before I sending a binding vote, I will send an email follow up. I will say, so after this
They
conversation, it's time to do this binding vote, and then send, and then wait for 1 day, and then send the binding vote. Do you think that's will have less?
I sort of think it needs to be, you need to have they meet every week. So I would say, would have said, send the email suggesting what you want to do and then followed up at the next platform meeting. But you're not going to be at that either. So I'm not sure what to do.
So what if
Anyway,
we have that discussion in 2 weeks then, Emily?
Yeah, maybe have a discussion in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
that's
definitely don't
better.
want Ed, I really appreciate this feedback. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't want to catch anybody off guard and put them in a
yeah,
defensive position. So I like what you're proposing, because it is a touchy subject. And
yeah,
so having that discussion with Emily on the platform call, since you'll be making the proposal, I think is a really good idea.
yeah. Good point. Anyway, we are not in a hurry to close anything this year. I think, yeah. So better for me
mm,
to be
I'm
there.
all for getting this resolved. I just don't want you to get bogged down in procedural
Yeah,
mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, agreed
yeah.
and
Good point.
understood.
Yeah. Thank you. Then that's it.
That's really all I had for today. Sorry, I'm scrolling through the agenda here real quick.
Oh, I have
Um,
something, John. If
yes.
you, yeah, if you, uh, one thing is for the tutorial, is we got agreement from the steering committee to put 3.5 3.5K US dollars for the updated MicroProfile tutorial from Turan. Turan, I just got in touch with Turan today. And then before I sent him the email, I had another check. Actually, there's a 3 updated spec instead of 2 updated spec. And then I pointed out actually the 1 more updated spec need to be done. I asked him whether he wants to get he need a more price rise, or he's fine with the 3.5K. And then he said, yeah, he's fine with the 3.5K. So I read the marketing, MicroProfile marketing issue with the outline of the tutorial spec. No, the tutorial update. Let me quickly find the issue so that you can put in the, and then we will go from there. So I sent that issue to Turan, ask him to start working on it, and also put the EDR on this issue. Let me give you the link. I put John, if you click the link, you can.
I'm sorry. I was finalizing some notes. Yeah, I see it. Okay.
Yeah. There's and then Turan will start working on this.
Okay.
And if
Now, does
anyone has
he also does the Jakarta tutorial, is that correct?
no,
He does.
Jakarta tutorial was done by Kito,
Okay.
but he used a similar format as the Jakarta tutorial. So it's
Okay.
quite nicely rendered. I have a website as well. I think on this same topic and in the next marketing call, we need to add the tutorial to the top level, or even make it more visible and add a button or layer on the MicroProfile .io website.
Okay. Sorry, I just realized something here. Actually, I'm going to say this. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for the update.
No worries.
All right, everyone. That's I think all we have for today. See everyone in a week or so on hopefully or some of us on the platform call and the rest on the technical call.
Thank
And
you.
the
Thank
time
you.
changes. I'll be all settled up next week.
Yes. And I'm telling you, it always catches me. I thought it was next week because that's when it happens here, right? And I thought we
Right.
were in sync in the fall, or not in sync, but I thought they came after us. So, but no, of course not.
In the spring, they come after us. In the fall, they come
Exactly.
before
And that's
us.
why I mistook it.
It's yeah.
Yeah, I think at least we have only 1 week. I think in spring we have normally have 2 weeks auto sync.
It just depends on the how the calendar fits underneath the designation. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Which doesn't make it any better because it's always confusing.
yeah.
At some point, the world just needs to get rid of daylight savings time and all agree. The problem is we're never going to agree if it should stay the way it is or make daylight saving, and that'll take another 3 decades to figure out.
Be like India, go on a half hour.
Oh, really? There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
I hadn't heard of that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, by half an hour. Exactly.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, thanks everyone.
Okay, thank
Thanks.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys. See you.